Okay. All right, we're live. I see the button. All right, you guys. I promise to come back in a bit. It's been a long bit, but let's keep our fingers crossed, okay? So I went ahead and recorded what I did to do what I think is going to take care of the issue. But if you didn't see the first live, I'm working on this train case, and everything has gone just so smoothly until I got to the top and the one section. So I'll tell you what I did, and then you'll see it in the video when I piece it all together and post it this week, is that I was much more generous with my paint, and I went one little section at a time. So I hope that's going to make sense. I hope it's going to work. So let's just see. Okay. I'm going to go here. All right. So let's do this. So what I did was I was just very careful. I pieced these pieces, like this was the part that I left you with, and we had a rough time with this, right? So I went ahead and did this. This is not, we're going to go ahead and do this top piece and see, because this is what we did previously. So I have some fresh water, and I didn't do anything differently to this part. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm wetting a sponge. I've got some clean water, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and wet that down. So what we're doing is reactivating the paint. I want us all to hold our breath, cross our fingers, say a prayer, cross your feet, whatever you need to do. And if you join here, hi, Kara, how are you? Oh my gosh, I'm surprised you came back, because we just had a really difficult time with this part of the train case. The other images on the sides and everything are so beautiful, crisp and clear, and this is not. So we are going to give it a go and see what we do. So this is the part that I left you with. We did this together, and I haven't done a thing to it other than to, come in here and, wet this. And let's see how we do. I don't know how this is going to go. If this doesn't work, I think I'm painting the top, right? Oh, thank you, Kara. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the vote of confidence. So I'm going to lift up a tiny bit here. I'm going to hold my breath. See if we have any paint lifting. It's going to be a little distressed, but it looks like it might be working. So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to pull slowly from here. Still not getting a lot here. So this is the top that we did. I'm going to try making some more contact, because the paint should be reactivated. So I'm running my brayer over this to see if that doesn't make a little bit of a difference. I saw some paint. It was doing so good. I was really hopeful. So let's see how we do. Okay, let's lift up from here maybe. Okay, still a little distressed, but not bad, right? Not nearly like what we had before. I'm going to run that over. I'm going to pull slowly. Really slowly. Are we holding our breath? Hi, Deidre. Hi, Debbie. Thank you for coming back. So again, this is the part that I just left as is. I didn't, try to do a fix like I did on the front of the bag. So here's a piece, and this is cut off. So far it's not too bad. All right, I'm going to gently lift up here, and I'm going to pull slowly. Okay, so what I tried on the other piece was on the front that you'll see is that I tried to just go very generously with my paint. I think I may not have had enough paint on my piece. I'm going slow. All right, but you can you see I still am missing some here. So I am going to just kind of run my brayer over that and see if that doesn't help a little bit. Helps a little bit, but not a ton. And I'm going to do that here. So it's kind of making sure that I'm getting really good contact, and I'm going to go ahead and even wet that a little bit more as we pull up. And let's see. Okay. I was like, all right, well, I said I was coming back on, so I'm going to, but I was like, oh Lord, like this just may not go well. And that would be okay. I've made mistakes before live and it's okay because we all make them, right? We all make mistakes. And I always say I learn more from the things that didn't go as planned than all the things that did. So that little round surface is a little rough. And then I'll show you where we're at with this as soon as I get this off on the front. I'm just pulling slowly, kind of holding my breath a little bit as we go. And then I am pulling. I just need to open those latches a little bit. Okay, because I put them together, and then I'm going to show you where we're at. Okay, let me open this latch because I punched them in. Okay, so, okay, perfect? No. So much better though, right? And now we have this part. It's the ta-da moment. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. It is the ta-da moment. Okay, so is this perfect? No, but it's pretty cool. It's worn. It's not. It's just worn. I mean, it's an old case, so I think that that's appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and be gentle here with my water because that paint up there is not sealed. So I'm even using my fingernails to get close. Okay. Oops, I just wet that right over there. All right. I'm going to wet this again, and I'm going to run my brayer over it, and let's see if that helps. I did get a little rip when I did that before, and I think I've just got a little smearing, but let's see how we do. Okay. Let's see how we do. All right. I'm going to lift up back here, and you'll get to see the ta-da moment. It's not super great, but I'm going to go a little more slowly. And we're going to pull this off slowly. Here's our ta-da moment, right? And look at that. So crisp in some areas, a little wrinkled in others. I'm going to wet this right here, and then this is going to come off right there. Okay? So not bad. Not bad. Really crisp here, a little faded here. I'm okay with that. All right. So now we've got this piece to do. And so I'm going to pull back here. What I'm really excited to see is if adding the extra paint made the difference that I hope it did. So I am going slowly, pulling. And again, this was allowed to dry on its own. I'm going to lay it back down right here because there's really not much. And I'm going to go ahead and brayer that in and hope that I didn't smear it too much. See if that made a difference. It really didn't. Okay, again, not perfect right there. Right here, there seems to just be, I know there's no wax on it. I don't know what what is causing the resist, but I'll figure out how to work with that. Okay. So let's go ahead, and this is going to be a little wet. So what I'm going to do is turn it this way because I don't want to go on the wet pieces, right? All right, so we're going to work on this part right here and see if this made a difference. What I did do was that I took off that extra paint and I went ahead and pieced. So there are actually 3 pieces. I did this one a little bit smaller, and then this strip, and then this. And so there are 3 pieces here, and we're going to see what it looks like, okay? So I'm going to take my wet sponge. I really don't want to sit on that. So I'm going to set it up like this as I wet it, okay? And see if we can do that. And then I'm going to lift up this handle in here, get in there. We're going to see what we can do here, okay? So I'm hoping you can see this. I just don't want to put it on the part of the paint that's wet because it's not sealed back there. Okay. So I'm coming back here. I'm praying that the extra paint, that maybe it was just an application error. And the other thing that I did was I made sure that as I lead each of the 3 pieces down, I went ahead and wet it immediately. And that made a difference. I'm going to do a little spritzing here, see if we can't get in all the places. Okay. So I'm pushing down, activating that paint. And then this will be the one that says, was that the solution for this part? Okay, so I'm going to start back here and I'll pull to the front. I'm just going to lift up an area of the paper. So we're going to pull this first strip, and I'm going to go slowly. Are we holding our breath? How's everybody doing? Okay. All right, we're going to pull that. Okay, so we got a much crisper line here, right? And so that is awesome. I did get a little strip here that I'm going to just pull here. It just tore away from the paper. Now I know that this smear right here is because when I was brayering it, I tore my paper. And so I know that that's what happened. And I tried to piece it back together. Thank you, Kara. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So one thing I've learned is that you need to be generous with your paint. And I felt like I was, had the same application that I did before, but I guess I didn't. So I'm going to pull here. We're pulling this middle piece here. All right, remember, this is the piece that gave us such a hard time, right? It was almost invisible. And I'm going to have a little bit of smearing, but I'm going super slow, just like that. Look at that. Oh, my hand's in the way. Hold on. Let's see if I can do it with this hand instead. So can you see? This is the area where the latches were in front, where the paint was just not even on there. And this is the area that I went ahead and redid with a generous coat of paint. And look at the difference. Oh my goodness. Yay. Okay. So I'm encouraged, but I still have one more strip. So, they say, don't, let's not, I don't know what the saying is, but basically I'm not going to celebrate too much until this next piece is off. Yeah. And I've got a little bit there, and I'm pulling slowly. Okay, you guys, it's not too bad. Look at that. There you go. You guys. Whew. Okay, so remember, this was the part that looked so bad when we first came on and did our live. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And I am going to be okay with that, except for this part. So I'll piece a little bit of that medallion together and I'll share that on the video. I'll just like cut across there and then redo that. But look at that. So just by adding enough paint and letting it dry completely naturally, not speeding it up with a hair dryer, we did it. So I think it's darling. I think it's really darling. And yeah, I love it. So I'm so relieved, you guys. Hold on a second. I am so relieved because I was like, holy cow, like, how am I going to, like, what happened? Because this is the area that gave me that problem before. So I'm going to try to open it up real quick so you can see it with the interior again, now that the molds are all on. And I'm going to have to let this dry. And we're going to, now I can't get the thing open. So hold on. You guys, I think I'm tired today. I think that's what it is. I'm just tired. Hold on. All right, let's do, I can't get it open, you guys. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's see it with the, here, let me bring it back down. All right, so here's our case. It needs to be sealed, and I'm going to do a little work here, but totally worth the effort. So you can see, I just love how these colors blend, and I think it works great with it. And so, yeah. Okay, guys. So that's the thing. We just have to hang in there and, stick with it and keep trying. And sometimes the projects are going to go perfectly, and sometimes they're not. And we just have to find a solution, right? But I love the inlays. I really do. Even after all of the trial and error and the imperfections, I love them. And so, anyway, thanks for coming back if you did, or coming for the first time. I really appreciate it. I'll be live on Royce's page and here, and on YouTube tomorrow at 4:30. We'll be doing, I think we're going to do like a mixed media kind of stenciling and decoupage project, but don't hold me to that. And thank you guys so much. I felt the good vibes. And I really appreciate the good wishes. I really do. Oh my gosh. I'm going to stop creating today and just kind of quit while I'm ahead today. So anyway, thanks so much, everybody. I will see you soon. Happy creating. Take care. Bye-bye.